So last weekend I went to a bachelor party hours away for a very relaxing lake day with some old college buddies. My GF of 4 years decided to go on a girls' trip that same weekend with around 8 of her friends. All of which are in relationships. The first night I called her around 2 a.m. to let her know I'm in bed and about to go to sleep, and she answers the phone saying she's concerned for her safety because she's in a random van with her friends and 7 or 8 other people. This alone makes me go into boyfriend mode and ask more questions. Who's all there? Why did you girls jump into a random van? Etc. To which C said there were no Ubers and they needed a ride back. At this point I hear a man's voice, louder than hers this entire call, in the background. To which I ask if there were also guys there, and she says yes. She says she's sitting in the back with her 2 friends, and after I hear the man again in the background I say it sounds like you're sitting on his lap since he's so loud, and she says no, it's not like that, we just needed a free ride since they were all drunk. Since at this point her answers are starting to change, I ask more questions about the situation, and it turns out they met this bachelor party 30-45 of a minutes earlier at the bar, and after drinking with them a bit decided to get a ride from them. Not so random anymore. She says she call me back when they get to their place, and she does. The next day I call her before the actual bachelor party starts, and it turns out she is at the bars with her friends and the same guys from last night. She is absolutely hammered and says she'll send me her location since I'm so worried about these guys, which I say sure too. But they says she's about to get in an Uber home with one of her friends because they were fighting with another girl there. She says she'll call me when she gets home and never does. Never shares location, not a text, nothing. She calls 3/4 hours later from her friend's phone saying sorry she passed out in the bathroom, and at this point I just wanted to enjoy the bachelor party and say we will talk when we both get home. So Monday rolls around and she comes over and we talk. Tells me I need to trust her and that she knows that her actions have been sketchy but she would never cheat, etc. But then later that night we're getting ready for bed and I see 2 equally sized bruises on both her inner thighs around 3/4 inches from her pelvis, and when I asked her where they came from she said I didn't fall or anything during the trip, so they must have come from time with you 5 days prior. I had a couple thoughts when she said this. 1. These bruises looked fresh, deep dark purple, couldn't tell they were breaking down yet, so I highly doubt they were from that long ago, and 2. That particular session was more passionate and sensual, not rough or anything of the sort, close to where I would have left bruises on her, and I have never left bruises on her in the past. I really love this girl and I've already started looking at rings. And would love to forget about this weekend altogether, but my mind and my gut just keep revisiting all of the sketchiness and I want answers. Do you think she cheated? And what should I do moving forward to put my mind to rest? I'm the only boyfriend out of the 8 girls that knows they were partying and getting free drinks/rides from these guys all weekend, so I feel weird not telling the other boyfriends as well. I would love some feedback and sorry for the small book of a story I wrote here. Comment 1. After reading all the comments and ops replies I conclude that this is a writing assignment, because I pray to God that out there is not a man that's stupid and gullible, that he would buy into any of this BS as truth. Well, ops says it's a fight between gut and heart. He will let his heart take over instead of his gut. The heart can be fooled and broken. The gut 90% of the time is the best indicator. It can't be fooled like the heart. Unfortunately, ops' heart is gonna guide him right to be broken, shattered, into many pieces because his worth and identity is wrapped up in this cheater/liar. She has him hook, line and balls, because he don't need them, because his wears the dress/panties and she wears the pants, and she is a horrible liar, but you don't have to be a good one when you got a dude's balls in your hand. Hey, I have some oceanfront property for sale. Op, you interested? Got an unbelievable deal. It's in Arizona. How much you want? Maybe you can buy some and you and your alpha girl can build a house. Good luck, you need it. Comment 2. Saw something one time where a man was speaking on how people show who they are through their patterns of behavior. And we as humans can recognize deviations from their normal patterns of behavior, which is our own inner voice telling us something is off, our gut. So if this is all normal behavior for her, blacking out, hanging out with groups of other men, odd bruising, then you wouldn't be suspicious. But because it seems to be a deviation from her normal pattern of behavior, I think it would be in your best interest to trust your instincts in this situation. Don't ignore your intuition and your gut, and definitely don't let her make you question your intuition and gut. All the best, man. Comment 1. After reading all the comments and ops replies I conclude that this is a writing assignment, because I pray to God that out there is not a man that's stupid and gullible, that he would buy into any of this BS as truth. Well, ops says it's a fight between gut and heart. He will let his heart take over instead of his gut. The heart can be fooled and broken. The gut 90% of the time is the best indicator. It can't be fooled like the heart. Unfortunately, ops' heart is gonna guide him right to be broken, shattered, into many pieces because his worth and identity is wrapped up in this cheater/liar. She has him hook, line and balls, because he don't need them, because his wears the dress/panties and she wears the pants, and she is a horrible liar, but you don't have to be a good one when you got a dude's balls in your hand. Hey, I have some oceanfront property for sale, up you interested? Got a unbelievable deal, it's in Arizona, how much you want? Maybe you can buy some and you and your alpha girl can build a house, good luck, you need it. Comment 2. Saw something one time where a man was speaking on how people show who they are through their patterns of behavior. And we as humans can recognize deviations from their normal patterns of behavior, which is our own inner voice telling us something is off, our gut. So if this is all normal behavior for her, blacking out, hanging out with groups of other men, odd bruising, then you wouldn't be suspicious. But because it seems to be a deviation from her normal pattern of behavior, I think it would be in your best interest to trust your instincts in this situation. Don't ignore your intuition and your gut, and definitely don't let her make you question your intuition and gut. All the best, man. Comment 3. Yikes. Let's see, she drinks to excess, hangs out with other lushes, makes bad judgments, falls asleep in bathrooms, doesn't know where bruises are coming from, lies, etc. If you think it's going to get better, it's not. Sorry. Try to get the truth out of her by letting her know why you are moving on. Let her know you don't want to spend your life with someone that is building a foundation with lies. However, if she comes clean 100%, you may forgive her. Problem is, how will you ever know what she tells you is the truth? Comment 7. There are only a few ways I could think of for why a woman would have bruises on her inner thigh that close to her pelvis, and I really doubt she fell while traversing a tree or balance beam. She had someone or something between her legs the size of a head or hips that she was really gripping hard against. Trust your gut instinct and do not let your feelings for her cloud your judgment. If you know the other BFs well, talk to them and see what they know about what might have happened. If you know her friends well and think there might be one of them that would be honest with you, talk to her. I think a little bit of snooping on her phone is warranted. You could be nice and politely ask her to see her phone and see if she becomes overly protective. If she did have a fling, then there is a good possibility that she is still in contact with the boss. I agree with you, nothing she has said makes sense, so you need to protect yourself and push the issue. If she acknowledged what she told you does not make sense, keep pushing her. If she pulls out the "don't you trust me" card, break out the "what she has told you is not logical," so until she can provide a logical reason for everything that happened, then no, you do not trust what she is telling you. It is not that you do not trust her, but that she is clearly trying to hide something. Comment 8. Tell the other BF so that you can match the truth about the nights she been telling to you that she had with her friends at bachelor party. But keep the conversation between you guys, don't tell the GFs, so that later you can match that night timelines. If the conversations don't match to your GFs, then you know what she did that night. If she gives you that she was drunk and didn't remember the events, then that's an excuse. Even if she was drunk, at least some of her conversation will match with her friends, as they too were drunk at the same time. Comment 9. Who knows what she did or didn't do? She was drunk on her ass, spent the entire time out drinking, partying with a bunch of guys, passed out in a nasty old restroom, and doesn't know everything she did. You certainly don't know, you weren't there. But suspicions are our early warning system. The truth will leak out. Maybe she didn't cheat. Maybe. The truth is in all the stories these females will tell, their videos and photos they will not want their men to see, the fact they traded phone numbers etc. with these random guys. When you dudes compare all these stories from different angles, the fact they simply do not match, and why weren't I their BF told about that, the truth will slowly come out. With 8 females, they drop names in a heartbeat in order to save themselves. Get together with the guys and start comparing notes, get into her phone and anything else to see what has been deleted. Each guy should do the same. It is entirely human nature to try hiding our mistakes. The bigger the secrets, the more likely there will be a leak. And leak they will. Right now there is gaslighting across the board, then as the pressure for the truth increases, the minimizing will kick in. It was never not a kiss, I so drunk I didn't know what I was doing, and over time, more of the truth will trickle out. I lied because I knew you would be angry, it was a mistake, it didn't mean anything, it was only a BJ, it was only time, I only love you. If you hadn't done, or not done, this or that, it would not have happened. I promise I will never drink ever again. All my friends were pressuring me, I had to give in and go with the flow. And again, maybe she did not do or allow anything to happen, maybe. You know her past, how timul she is, when drunk and when sober, and you as well likely know how she will react if her very safety is being jeopardized. Even during her calls she couldn't keep her stories straight, stories that keep changing our proof of lies and omissions as well are still lies. Comment 10. The question isn't really whether she did or didn't. It's about how you are going to feel moving forward. You're involved with a woman who made some bad choices. Do you think it was some sort of weird night and completely out of character, or could she act this way again? You already have doubts about trusting her. Do you think you will ever feel comfortable when she's out without you? Imagine you get married and a few years from now she goes on a business trip with a few co-workers, or out of town for a wedding. Will you feel confident? Do you really want to marry a woman who you don't trust? Comment 11. Brother. She has bruises on her inner thighs and was partying for at least 2 nights with a bunch of dudes on a bachelor's weekend. What do most guys in bachelor parties want to do? She was sitting on one guy's lap and lying to you about it, then disappears for hours with no location data that she promised. It's time for you to get the proof you need. This is shady behavior, my friend. Which of these girls is the weakest mentally? That is your weak link in the information dam. Put pressure on the weak one. Tell her you are shocked at what your girlfriend told you about her, the weak one, actions, and you plan to tell her man about it. You just wanted her to know how disgusted you are with her. She will crack and out your girl. Get the proof on the spot by having her text, or even better, call your girl to get her to admit it in front of you. Comment 12. I'm 100% with you on this plan, but it's a bad idea to call his GF and bring it in front of her friends. There's a barrier, plus the mentally weak friend won't let that happen. I propose he record the full audio of the conversation. That will be more better and as a full evidence. Plus I insist on asking the boyfriends of the other girls and share the story with you about the rented van and the bar thing. That will automatically start an investigation between all the 7 BFs, and plus he will gain a strong chain of friends because he made them a good favor that he didn't let the truth sink, so it's a win-win. Comment 13. It's a character thing. Even if she didn't cheat, she most definitely made decisions that put her in a situation where something could have happened. Life gives us lessons, blessings, and tests. The test was, should she or should she not get in the van and hang out with the bachelor party for the weekend? Drunk off her ass with bruises on her thighs, she could have been timely assaulted. The blessing would be if she didn't cheat, and that's enough for you. The lesson is yet to be determined. Maybe it will be she learned not to put herself in situations where something can happen. Or the lesson could be for you 10 years with 2 kids, you learn people who make bad boundary decisions don't stop because they are married with 2 kids. Comment 14. Sorry, but it sounds like she cheated. You already know there is only one way you get bruises like that. You have an advantage with the group she was with being so large. That means plenty of people to leak info, which means it will be easy for you to bluff. Tell her you were contacted by one of the boyfriends and he had quite the story to share. Let her know that you have more information than she thinks and she has one chance to come clean. Anything doesn't match up with what you already know and you're done. Comment 15. Don't leave things like that. Talk to others and ask what they know about this. See if the stories fit. Maybe they can find out more if they insist, or have already found out but haven't said anything for various reasons. I personally do not think I would waste time with something like that, because for me and what I already know she did, for me it is cheating. But that's just my opinion. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.